All right, you know what? We're gonna start a little early. Hello, everyone. My name is Uthris. If you don't know, I do creative things here on YouTube. So welcome to today's stream. We are gonna do some more art. I think art was pretty good last time. Right now, we're kind of looking at the two paintings. Studies is basically how I describe them. That we did last time. The one on the right's kind of unfinished, but really I don't really want to work on it much more right now. I want to kind of start something different. Hey Dominic, how's it going? The one on the left, of course, is a little bit more finished, a little bit more polished. These are basically thumbnail sketches. Hey Pollock, hi, how's it going, sir? Welcome to the stream. So I think I'm gonna forego messing with this one here. And just move over to the third one. Now we're gonna keep it just for now, though I have no qualms with just getting rid of a sketch or anything. Hey Chris Titrin, how's it going? Titrin? Not Titrin, I think, maybe. Wow, those look really good. I'm good. How are you? I'm pretty good, I would say. Work sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do? All right. So. First things first, let's clean up this edge real quick. Let me just pop that out of existence here. Start a new layer, and this layer will go under this one so that it will not interfere with that painting at all. I'm gonna try and get this centered. Sadly, dude, my tablet screen is a 1600 by like. What is this display ratio? It's 1600 by 1200, so it's not widescreen. So you guys aren't seeing my full screen because of that. I've kind of blown it up a little bit to fit YouTube. Hopefully that's okay, but we'll see. Any suggestions on what we should maybe paint or draw? And wow, Jasper, you are being loud, and I might have to kill you. Be it a landscape or maybe I don't know, a train, a plane, a boat, something would be fun. Let me try and see if I can find some music real quick though. Let's do some lo-fi hip-hop or something. Do that. A space scene. I've actually never drawn space. I don't know how to draw it. So, it could be interesting. I don't know. Can I draw space? Maybe I should give that a go. Let me start some music and be right back. My cat is losing his mind. So, 1 second. And I'm gonna go deal with that guy. Where'd he go? Jasper, where are you at? Jasper. Okay, so now that is dealt with. Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's going to be more backstage zones in Alpine Odyssey. Yeah, there's going to be backstage zones pretty much around the whole park. Oh my god, this cat. He's losing his mind. My girlfriend's not home yet. She's working late. And, yeah. We'll see. Okay, Dragon's Reverence fighting in the air near a mountain of sorts. I mean, we kind of already did the whole mountain thing last time. I've never even drawn a lizard, let alone a wyvern. Cottage in a lake, looking at the fortress. Okay, you guys are very in-depth things and ideas. Maybe a little bit beyond my comfort zone. Nothing wrong with that, but you guys might be expecting a little too much. So let's let me go to Google. My best friend Google Images here. Okay, Google Images. Here we go. Let's space. I wouldn't mind painting space. I've never done it. So I have a feeling it's going to be similar to a sky. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, let's do deep space. Black holes and pulsar stars look cool. Probably. So I'm not going to copy something directly, and also this is a lot of colors. I'm really bad at colors, but you don't learn to be good at them without practicing. So let's find a backdrop that we can kind of reference loosely, maybe change some things so it's not like a little ridiculous, and then try to try to fit something of it. You know what? Let's do EVE Online. EVE Online's pretty good. I'm doing pretty well, Twin Cam. How could you do? You could do your own representation of the Sol system. I don't know. Well, I think really what I'm going to be doing is probably using space as a backdrop, and I wouldn't mind drawing a spaceship in there. Sci-fi, you guys know, isn't really my strongest genre. And I think doing a spaceship could be cool. EVE Online has some beautiful, like, nebula type of backdrops to them. Like this. Like, look at all that. So much going on. Okay, we'll try that. So we'll use that as a backdrop ish, and then how about we do like a kind of a famous spaceship. So we'll find something in there. ISS Ishimura. Oh, let's see. Never actually played Dead Space. And to be honest, the spaceship design's okay. It's not something I would probably make though. Oh, this is pixel art. I'm always a big fan of pixel art. Let's see. We can always kit bash something together as well. Let's do. Maybe a Homeworld ship? Homeworld has some very kind of classy ship designs here. Man, that looks pretty. Those are pretty ships. Yeah, well, 40K ships are a little over the top, aren't they? I mean, look at this thing. It's a cathedral. Let's see, Eternal Crusader. Yeah, that thing's a little excessive. Little excessive. I couldn't capture all this detail, even if you gave me like a week. That looks good too. The Datals? And I don't know what that is. I'm almost afraid to just Google that. Let me Google it on the other screen. Daedalus. Daedalus is the son of Icarus, right? Daedalus ship. I guess images. What is this from? This looks familiar. Oh, Stargate. Yeah. Never watched Stargate. Imaginary Starscapes on Reddit. May have some good idea. Okay, let's check Reddit too. Cyclops from. How about doing the site? Oh, our little ship from Space Engineers. That could be cool. Let's I don't want to take too long just picking what to draw. Let me see if I can't find a decent picture of our ship here. Okay, a bit of a snub nose. Okay. I think it would be cool to kind of throw our ship from Space Engineers somewhere, so we'll go ahead and start. Don't know how well this is gonna go. Again, never painted space before, never even attempted to draw space. So we'll give this a go. I did get asked this, by the way, why I do have a color swatch over here if I use the one over here. I'm left-handed, so I tend to click this one a lot quicker than going across my screen. Not only that, technically I don't usually have this color here at all. Swatches are nice, for sure, if you have a good swatch palette. Kind of keeps you in that range, but I definitely prefer just using this a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and start. Now I should probably start pretty dark. Don't want to go full black, because that's kind of a rule. Never go full white or full black. All right, let's drop in some space here. And that's fine. I should probably turn on flow and opacity. This is going to be a bit of a interesting thing. So get my brushes on the right. Yeah. Don't worry about not being able to the best artist. Most of us aren't. Okay. Boy, I have no clue how to do this. I'm gonna just assume, let's color pick this and just make it a bit brighter, just a bit, and we'll try and get some of the cloud shapes in here. My keyboard is again kind of going in and out, which is a little annoying. Yeah, several talents. Artistic isn't one. Yeah, art takes sometimes way too long, in my opinion. So this is a problem. This brush shape that we're using, once it's really big, you can see I'm getting just ghost lines and stuff, so I might have to change which brush I'm using real quick if my pen wants to work. Or not. Wow, okay. Did I break my pen at some point? Okay, there we go. So we should actually probably just go ahead and use a hard brush. And maybe, yeah, we'll keep it relatively big, but small enough that we can get like little round bits here for the clouds. So this is going to be like a little bit in a nebula, I think. There we go. Is there a distortion option to make a frick ton of dots and slowly fade them out to viewer numbers to distort? Maybe. To be honest, My theory is if you use too many Photoshop tricks when you're practicing, you actually might like maybe it's a faster way to produce an image, but I'm not a fan of that. I want to be able to paint it. If I can't paint it, then in my opinion, I'm kind of failing a bit. I have there's an artist that I watch a lot, or used to watch a lot. I haven't been looking at art as much as I used to, but his methodology is like if you can't paint it with a hard round brush, the tricks from Photoshop and things are probably more of a crutch than anything. So we'll just try and get some gas and stuff. Okay, so we got that. That looks fine. Might go just a hair darker in the middle. So it's like... There we go. And the nice thing actually about having the stream window open is one, I'm actually looking at my right monitor and drawing on my left monitor right now, and kind of using it as like a way to step back from my painting rather than being like so close to it. Because this on my for me is like this big, you know. But in my other monitor, it's like this big, and it can kind of help. I could be wrong. All right, let's get some of these kind of wispy bits back in here. There we go. So that's kind of our nebula layout. As you know, totally different than this, but I'm using this more as inspiration. I need to think of a good light source. So let's say the light from here is... So there's two ways. Yes, take a step back for sure. In fact, in my opinion, I almost take step backs too often. Like, to the point to where I'm almost slow because of it, but that's a different thing. So we can either put the light source actually, like, say right in the middle, just like here, and have it, like, come, you know, out and go across the tops of the nebulous clouds. That is, like, the worst representation of that. Kind of, like, outwards, like this. Or we can just pick a direction. Top left is pretty good. I always get to relax watching you work or something, much as you did this afternoon. That's good, man. So which do you think we should do? Lighting kind of from the center or from the top left corner? Dylan wants the middle. The middle will be interesting because you're going to get a lot of highlights on each peak of the clouds, and then it's going to hopefully fade out from there. Hey Ben, how's it going? Middle is the strongest but hardest, probably. I agree. In fact, it's almost the inverse of what we already have here, right? Because the center we've already made so dark. It's going to take a lot of work to try and brighten this up, which is a problem, but we'll hopefully be able to deal with it. Let me erase this. Bottom left. I mean, if it came from this way, I mean this whole area would be pretty bright, less bright, pretty bright up through here, kind of like that. but let's try this again. And I'm trying to do this on a singular layer. It's another thing I'm trying to do here. All right, so let's think of the true color of these wispy cloud things. I'm thinking, because we have kind of the dark tone in, we can think about like the mid-tone. And I'm thinking, well, it also depends on what color star we have. I mean, light doesn't matter, but it could just look cool. The ship could be the source of the light. The ship's gonna be pretty small in this photo, I think. Let's call it that. That's fine. Ow. Okay, let's see. Is there a way? Ow, 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 ow. Smoothing. Yeah, smoothing's fine. Transfer. Minimum. Let's do 75%. Yeah, that's pretty good. What's up? Just well, we're painting space. We are painting space. You know what, let's try and make it warm. Okay. So let's have it kind of poke through the middle a little bit in spots. So like, for example, up here. All right, I need to. And then maybe there's like a really thick area here, kind of breaks again. And then maybe this one's a bit of a bigger blob of being able to see like out of the nebula a bit. That could be cool. Maybe an orangish, whitish color for the stars. That could be nice. All right. So we got that. That's fine. Hey Joe, how's it going? All right. Let's go ahead. Do something like this. Kind of looks like Mustafar from Star Wars 3 now. I have no. I'm not great when it comes to Star Wars. So. Okay, let's do that. To be honest, I don't like this shape. It looks weird. Not a fan of that. What am I drawing with? A tablet. I actually have a Cintiq tablet. And my keyboard keeps going in and out. It's a little weird. Oh boy, this is definitely a bit harder than I thought it would be, to be honest. That's fine. Okay. Let's get rid of this too. Just doesn't make sense visually. Maybe speaking for only myself, but I'm actually like the way it's looking. Oh, well, that's good. I think part of it's because I have flow kind of turned on, and flow and opacity controls with pen pressure are nice, but part of it, like, I'm just never super happy with the way it behaves. Try and just do the highlight where we think maybe some of the light catches. Okay. Right now it's a very two-tone drawing, which is interesting. Maybe a star would actually help a lot. Yeah, probably. To me, those stars are kind of like a final detail. Like if I were to go in and just be like, start putting like stars in, you know, no matter kind of their color, right? Just, you know, and start doing like a night sky type feel. The only problem with that, and the big problem that I find is if I need to paint back over it, I lose all those dots, which is fine, but those dots are kind of, and should be the last things you do. I'm drawing like a nebula type of thing right now. And so as long as I know roughly where the light is coming from, I don't really need to put those stars until maybe a little bit farther on. And this is a thumbnail, so I think I might be getting caught up in maybe some details that aren't important. If this is the first time drawing a space, well, a nebula, because this looks really good. Oh, yeah. Yep, first time. I'm a space virgin when it comes to art. Okay. All right, there we go. Get some separation in here between the different cloud layers a bit. Did you grow your hair out so Raptor could get a hold of you easier? That, yeah. Essentially, that's, you know, that's why it's in a ponytail too. So it's easy to grab on. This is the first time drawing, yeah. And also, hello Larry, welcome to the stream. Doing some drawing, some live drawing, painting. Also, thank you for the pounds? 5 pounds, yes. Thank you for the 5 pounds. Support is appreciated. Ba, 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 ba. I have a feeling my brush strokes are too like circular rather than kind of confident going across here right now. So I'm gonna try and make it maybe a little bit more angular and like just kind of straight lines interacting a little bit. See if that makes more sense here. Let's see. Just reminds me of Anime Night Sky. A little bit, yeah. I mean, I don't want to say anime is like my style, but definitely like a cell shaded, you could say, or you could argue, is kind of what I do the most. Okay, so that's a loose form of clouds. Very, very loose. So let's see how many pixels is this getting down to. 8. That's just so small now, it's kind of hard to see. That's kind of the purpose, because if I zoom in, you can see how messy it is. These things are kind of supposed to be viewed from I would say probably about this far away. Same thing with like this drawing over here. It's like a like. Is that what Raptor's back passage looks like? Raptor's a little bit more green. Probably is a dinosaur. And thank you for the $2 euro and your weird comment. That's fine. I'm happy that you're paying me money to read that. Why not? Why not? All right. Now, only issue about doing stars as a human being is that there's not much in the way of randomness, because even though I'm trying to put kind of random dots here for the sky, it's not going to be quite completely random, which is a bit of a problem. I mean, you can have more clusters of stars that are kind of together here. Stars aren't actually random; they're clusters and belts and stuff. There are, but even though that is the case, a little bit of randomness, I think, lends itself. So, like for example, this cluster there. Man, my keyboard turned off yet again, and it's only when I'm streaming and drawing does it really do that. It's a little odd. You guys probably hear every single one of these taps that I do to put a dot on the canvas here. I say canvas when it's just my computer screen, but whatever. There we go. So that's kind of a base sky. And then maybe go in. The bit of this. There we go. I think that's okay. ASMR, yes. I will speak a little bit closer to the microphone now, and we'll just chill out. And I would say I'm painting some happy little trees, but sadly this is space, and there's no such tree as, you know, there's no such thing as trees in space. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on the Cyclops here. Easiest way to do this would probably silhouette it in a little bit. So I think it shouldn't really be much bigger than this. Just, yeah, we're just gonna paint some happy little stars right now. Okay. Actually, pure black, not pure black. Let's actually use this color, but we're gonna separate it a little bit. You know, like a dark purple. Where is even the horizon line in space? I'm going to start with the silhouette of it. I think that would be a good idea to do. And then try and put some color on it. Now it's kind of a rusty ship, so these streams are great, really relaxing. Oh, well, thank you, Bella. Okay, so it's gonna be backlit though. That's a little weird. Okay, flow is turned off. I think that's roughly its shape. Let's try just, there we go. That's a classy kind of space thing, just something like that. Alright, so we got that. So let's see, the thruster colors on this ship are kind of really bright orange. So we got a main reverse thrust there. And then we got kind of the two to the side, one above each corner, and then one like that. So that's kind of the front of the engine pod a bit. In fact, this needs to be brighter, so we'll turn off that. And then there is also three or two stopping, yeah, two stopping thrusters here. There's a couple vertical ones as well that kind of goes across the top here. Please stop right-clicking when I'm trying to tap. Okay. When drawing space is quicker than making Poseidon, yeah, it's kind of true, isn't it? Okay. And then we'll just go a little bit brighter. I think the interior lighting should be blue. And I think you should be able to see a bit of the cockpit here. Oh my goodness, please. Like this. I don't like that. Please stop right-clicking when I mean to do something else, game. Okay, so we got that. All right, midtones for the ship. Bit of armor plating up here. Something like this. By the way, I'm not that great at doing the whole spaceship drawing thing. So, you know, excuse me for being a bit of a noob. And I don't have a whole lot of pixels to work with. Okay, so we got that. In fact, I kind of don't like these jet trails right now. Maybe that's a detail to add kind of towards the end. Don't like this at all. Don't think it looks good. I'm drawing, Star-Lords. What do you think I'm doing there, guy? I might start over with this. Yeah. I think that's fine. Sometimes it's fine to start over. All right, let's try this again. In fact, it might be easier if I were to draw it in white. What is this project for? School? No. No. I am definitely not in school anymore, so it's really just practice. All right, cockpit, other engine bay is a little bit visible there. Man, I used to be able to pride myself in my 1-point perspective, but this is not that great. Be honest with you. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's try this. Okay, front nose attachment. Engine bay. Cockpit. Engine bay. I think that's pretty much an accurate silhouette here. We got a couple engine pods. Something like that. Well, thanks, Braden. Happy you think so. All right. Okay. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. There we go. There we go. I'm just inverting the color palette real quick. What else do I have selected here? That's, I don't know. It's a little weird. That's doing that. Where do I want this thing to sit? In the middle is a little lame, but that's okay. All right. Round 2. Alright, so the light's kind of coming central, so this is gonna be lit up probably the most. Something like that. And then mid-tone. It is kind of a gray ship, so I can get away with using gray. Yeah, the right layer. I think so. I don't even know the best way to paint this thing anymore. Because normally my natural inclination is to do dark to light. I'm kind of doing light to dark right now, and my brain does not work that way. Okay, well, let's do dark to light then. Nope. Nope. Well, the intention was to make a rusty color ship, remember? Yes, it is. But like the background's rust colored, and so it's just gonna look like a rusty blob in the middle of rust. You know what I mean? I wonder. That looks a little oceany. Blue with a purple saturation? Possibly. I mean, that's complementary kind of colors, but I don't like complementary colors. Because there's no purple light in this. Have I ever done a self-portrait? Yeah, I've done a self-portrait. I can show you real quick. And I showed this last stream as well. I mean, I've done a couple self-portraits. But my favorite one that I've done is this. That was back in college though. That was a long time ago. Yeah. Looks derpy without the island, yes. Hobbit Uthris? No, it's a Renfair Uthris, aka Uthris is a dork. And yes, it does look a bit derpy without the lines, but that's fine. Really, I was using the lines as a way for me to get the shape of the ship kind of a little bit brought over into a blocky format so that I could go in kind of like this and sculpt it out a bit. And hopefully clean up the edges. To a good point. Which hopefully works. Okay, let me bring back picture here and let's see about getting the actual armor plating to match it a little bit more. So now that we have some sides to work with, we might be able to get the look of the ship kind of match a little bit more with reality. And then and we're going to go ahead and do the rendition or version of it that has kind of the door open. And I will probably go ahead and change the color to that rust. So I'm going to make it more saturated real quick. Less saturated maybe. A little bit darker. There we go. Sadly, when I did that, the screen popped in rather than keeping it rusty. All right, let me look at some pictures of rust here. Cyclops needs laser beam eye. It's gonna have the MK3 turret or MK2, I think is what we have. Rust. Okay. Okay. I'm not good at painting ships, in my opinion. Especially since this armor plating sits a bit weird. Okay. It'd be cool if there was a planet by the ship. Maybe. Try and introduce some different colors in here. Because if I'm gonna go with this saturated look, I might as well go full bore with it at some point. Okay. Let's see. Something kind of like that. Has anyone seen worse concept art in their life? Probably not. Probably not, but that's okay. That's okay, because this is practice, and sometimes with practice, you have to make a bad painting. That's just how it goes. Can't win them all a lot of the time. Actually, these are the engine bays. This is like the cockpit area. Okay, so we got that. Don't use white, Uthris. Don't use white. Okay. I'm getting texts. What do I... let's see here. Let's see. My girlfriend's on her way home. It's like 9:30 and dark, and she has to walk a few blocks. So when she gets to the bus stop, I'm going to have to go. Which is a shame, but you know, gotta protect the girlfriend. Can't have her walking at night in a city. It's not something that I particularly want her to be doing. This type of ship is just 100% generic. Just 100%. All right. That kind of looks like her ship. Okay, 10 minutes-ish. 10 minutes-ish is when she'll get there. So I'll have to get the bike out. Get the bike out. Let's see. Oh, nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some new stars, I think, to this a bit. Ba, 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 ba. Or maybe see this one, unlike the other paintings, I'm kind of having to do layers a bit just to get some separation. But don't necessarily got to do that. I was thinking about adding asteroids, but now I'm kind of just like, do I really want to? I mean, it's a little redundant too at this point, I think. Like they just might be a little too much of a thing to add. Not quite sure. Not sure. Oh, hey Dino Guy. How's it going? Yeah, I would say that they would add depth, but and we're not getting good separation from the foreground background right now. And really what I would do to fix that personally is darken the ship, make it more saturated, go back in with like the real highlights now, maybe. And just because a big thing is that a lot of the ship is in shadow. And it might make it pop more. It's kind of hit and miss a lot of the times when you do this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, can you draw a picture of Raptor in a gay bar? Oh please, that's his Facebook profile picture. I can't just copyright that. I'll get sued. Thank you for the €2 for insulting Raptor. Hey! Insult Raptor for the win. He's one of my best friends, and I just get to insult him for money now. That's a good lucrative business. Raptor, can I just insult you for money? That would be great. Oop, wrong layer. Yeah, it's a bit meh. Okay. All right. I would say for something that looks like it was drawn by probably a 12-year-old, my drawing is okay. Isn't insults the most basic of comedy? Yes. Love the unintentional speed strikes on the roof. Yeah. Speed strikes. Unintentional. Everything, this whole drawing's unintentional. Anyways, now we just get to merge everything down to its nice base form. Boop. Just like that. Clean up the edges here. And that's drawing number 2. That's drawing number 2. Anyways, thanks for coming out for today's stream. Sorry it's a little short, but real life calls. Hopefully we can do some cool stuff tomorrow. We'll probably be doing Star Citizen or Space Engineers. I don't know. Depends on how stable the Space Engineer server is. If you guys want to come out tomorrow, we'll probably be streaming around 10, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And subscribe, sponsor, give me more money for Insulting Raptor because I need it. I am poor. And I'll see you guys in the next one.